Just got done with that job. HVAC job. Usually takes about 10-15 minutes for people to filter through. So why am I doing YouTube instead of Twitch? Why am I not streaming both? Haven't figured out how to get Restream to work on mobile. And actually I'm gonna crank that up. Feels good. Fingers crossed I get paid today, or tonight, you know, with TaskRabbit. Because if not, it's gonna be an interesting next couple of days. So, obviously need money for gas, need money for bills that are gonna be due this end of this week. So, I'm not too worried about it. It usually takes 3 to 5 days. I usually get it in a relatively decent amount of time. I did actually have a job recently that wasn't paid at all. That was irritating, to say the least. So I did this job. I was hanging curtain rods at this lady's house, and like, you can't remove your credit card information or whatever, but you put your credit card information when you for TaskRabbit, you hire someone, but they don't charge you anything until the job is completed. And so I guess they put a bad credit card up there, one that would get them verified, and then when they try to charge it, it wouldn't work. So because usually 24 hours after you get paid, they charge the customer within 24 hours after you do the job. You get a notification that says, hey, job's been paid. You should see it in your bank account in about 3 to 5 business days. All right, cool. And so the job was never paid, but it's crazy because I do so many jobs that every day I get paid. Like, it lets me know, like, all the time, because I'm constantly working. And I didn't hear anything. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. And time goes on, and I look through and I notice it's still pending, and jobs after it had already been paid. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I reach out to TaskRabbit. The only way to get a hold of them is email them. When you email them, I didn't hear anything back, and it was like a good week. And I was like, all right, this is ridiculous. So you're not supposed to do it, because live chat is only for the actual, like, if there's an actual emergency or something that's actually going on with the job. So I was like, all right, whatever. And I hit up live chat and said, hey, I need help with this. And they're like, well, we're only talking to you if it's pertinent to the job. I'm like, no, my this task hasn't been paid out. They're like, oh, and they gave me the spiel. You should see it 24 hours to be paid. And I'm like, and it should be issued out to you. It's like, no, it hasn't done any of that. It's been like well over a week now. And they're like, fine, we'll take a look at it. What's the client's name? And then the guy was like, oh, wow, you weren't playing around. This is actually a problem. So they looked into it, and then they finally emailed me back, and they said, oh yeah, so what happened was we tried charging the client, their credit card was declined. So we tried reaching out to them, and like, they keep forwarding us to voicemail. So these people know. They know. That's the thing. Like, they knew that card was going to get declined. So they had all this work done, and they didn't want to pay for any of it. So, and it's funny too, because she even left a tip. She left a tip in a good rating. And so obviously I'm getting paid out. I don't get paid for the tip, but I do at least get paid for the work that I did, which that's $80. And it's like, it's better than nothing. So it's just crazy how shady some people are. And I've noticed it too. It's usually people that are more well off that do shit like this. I've noticed that. And so, I spoke with the guy on the phone today about my pottery Amazon delivery incident, and I kind of needed some advice on it. They offered, like, they can't give money for sentimental value, they can only do monetary gain or whatever. So they offered $125 to send to me to kind of recoup what was lost, and I pretty much told him, like, I don't know, dude, I mean, it is what it is. It's just, it's so stupid. So, so trying to recoup those costs, they said $125, and which is more than it's worth, money-wise. But it's like, there's certain things you just can't put a price tag on, and I know that they want to do right, I guess, and but the thing is that was done out in California, and it's like, it's 5 hours away, and it's like, really, come on. So it's so stupid. So it's like I don't even know what to counter them, because like he's waiting for me to counter offer, basically. And he said he's gonna get back to me tomorrow. And it's like, what do I say? Like, what's a good number? Do I say, like, well, 125? I mean, I guess for the physical property is one thing, but if I were to put a number on it, to like from like the memory and all this stuff, like how could we replace the memory? It's like the only thing I can think of is like maybe $200. Like, hey, my counter is like, if we're gonna strictly talk money here for everything that was involved, I'd say about $200, which honestly I think is still really low. Like, I don't want to get greedy or nothing and say, look, man, $250, but I'm like, look, like, this is where I'm coming from. This is not just my, on top of the fact that I've dealt with issues with Amazon in the past, and this is kind of like a tipping point for me. It's not just the fact that my item was broken, it's the fact that it was a cherished item, and the fact that my wife was home and had to deal with it and all this stuff. And it's like hard to put into words, exactly. But here we are. We're driving. And I was going to hit that guy back. He emailed me. But I guess I'm just not going to do it until I get home. So, because, got to be able to text or whatever. I do want to check that out. Let me see. I'm going to just put a video on and listen to it. I'll talk to you guys.